In this question, we'll be dividing these two rational expressions. And you have to keep in mind, we have to keep the first, flip the second, and change that to a multiplication, right? So that's what we have to do first. And I'm going to leave a good enough space in between because I want to put the result of the factoring right above, like in this space. So let me just go down here. We are going to keep the first, x squared minus 64 over x to the third power minus 64. You can see that they look really similar already. So do this carefully. And we'll change the division into a multiplication. And we'll flip the second one, right? So I'm going to put this down first. On the top, we will have 4x squared plus 16x plus 64 all over that on the bottom, which is x squared plus 16x plus 64. See, they all look very similar. And now let's get to work. Factor, 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 and then cancel, 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 right? So right here, let's see, x squared minus 64. This is the second power, so we should use the difference of two squares. This right here is the same as saying x squared, and then we subtract. The 64 should be looked at as 8 to the second power. So this is going to give us x minus 8 times x plus 8, okay? How about this one down below? This is x to the third power minus 64. Third power, so this should be the difference of two cubes. Let's look at this as x to the third power minus this right here is what to the third power? 4, right? 4 to the third power give us 64. And I'm going to factor this out. The first little parentheses is going to be x minus 4. And then the second parentheses, we have three terms. It is going to be x squared, and then this is plus ab, right? So it's this times that, x times 4, which is 4x, and then we add it with the last one is b squared, which is 4 squared. 4 squared is 16, so put down 16. And then indicate this right here. This is because 4 to the second power. So we factored it, and now let's move to this one. We see that we have the 4, 16, and the 64. I know 4 goes into all these numbers, so let's first factor out the 4. Factor out the 4 and then put down parentheses. This is going to give us x squared because the 4 is out already. And then 16 divided by 4, we have 4 left, and the x stays. That's plus 4x. And then 64 divided by 4 is going to give us 16 because we factor out the 4, so this is plus 16. And now, let me ask you, can we factor this out? You can try 8 and 2, 4 and 4, but none of the combinations will give you positive 4. This is just how it is for now, right? Just leave it. This is not doable anymore. How about this one right here? X squared plus 16x plus 64. Yes, let's try it. This is going to be x and x, right? And what times 4 give us positive 64? And together, that will give me positive 16. Plus 8, plus 8. That will work, right? Plus 8, plus 8. Okay, we just did 4 factoring questions. And now, here comes to the best part, right? We will start from the top left corner right here. This one, we have x minus 8. But then, we don't have any x minus 8 down below. So this one right here survives. However, if you look at x plus 8, we have one of the x plus 8 right here. We can cancel these out. This one stays. Okay, we have this cancel with that. This one stays. And then we have a 4 right here, but then on the bottom, we don't have any more numbers, right? So the 4 stays. This happens to be the same as that. And this is the factor. That's also a factor. We can actually cancel this entire factors out, right? They are exactly the same thing. And this is the most that we can reduce. At the end, this is the answer. We have a 4 times that, and we can leave the answer in the factorative form. So I will just put down a 4 first. With the parentheses, x minus 8. And then for the denominator, we have x minus 4 times x plus 8. So let's put that down right here. And this is it. We are done.